Hey everyone, Adam here. Over the last 30 days, I spent $1,000 on Pinterest ads, and here's exactly what happened. So in this video, we're basically covering over the exact spend, the revenue, and the return that was brought back, give a bit of an overview of the brand as well and some details there, and then also kind of go over the exact targeting that I used and also the ads. Basically just kind of give an overview and some details on exactly how the ads were structured. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So basically this is what the results look like over the last 30 days and basically about $1,000 in spend. So basically it was $983 in spend. So basically $1,000. And off of that spend, we had a very, very profitable return of $6,700 in revenue, and resulting in a return on ad spend of 6.86. So very, very profitable. So with this brand here, their gross margins are quite low, of about 40%. So we actually have to be above a 2.5 just to be profitable with the return. So we're able to make it happen, of course, and have a lot of room, but something to note there as well too. And you can see here in the back end, as you can see, last 30 days, spend $983 is in a Canadian dollar, and basically total order value checkout was $6,700, primarily with just one campaign. So very, very simple structure there. Now, overview of the brand. So this brand here, they sell lashes, and obviously, lashes, does really, really well on, platform like Pinterest. Beauty is just absolutely massive, and it's a really, really popular niche on Pinterest. And the thing about it too, as well, is that it actually solves a problem, and it's easy to use as well. And there's also just a ton of benefits for the customer. They don't have to go into a salon to go get it all done. They could just do it right from the comfort of their home. It's really easy, simple to use. And lasts like 3 to 7 days or so. So it's just a really good product, and it just solves a problem. There isn't like a crazy amount of competition for this specific category. So it does really well, and something to note there, and just solves a problem. And the audience for this is primarily like the biggest chunk. Obviously, it's a wide range of age range, but 35 to 44 is the biggest chunk of and like the largest audience essentially, and that's where it's hits like Pinterest sweet spot. 35 to 44 I believe is the largest age range on Pinterest, so it works really, really well. Another thing to note too is it's a Canadian brand, and the campaign here was set up in Canada. And the way I always view it is like, US is obviously like 10 times larger than Canada. Canada, the way I view it is like just basically California up north, and there's just way less competition. So even though there's like a lot less to target, there's just way less competition than something like the US. Australia, Australia is another one, another market like that, and same thing with United Kingdom. A little less competition than a market like the US, where even though the audience and the scale opportunity is massive, there's a lot more competition, of course. So it doesn't mean you can't make it work, but it's just oftentimes just a little less profitable. But obviously, you have way more opportunity to really push and scale, essentially. Now, another thing to note too, as well, is the average order value and conversion rate. They have the unit economics to scale. The one weakness is their gross margins are very weak. 40% is actually like one of the lowest that we work with. So something to note there is that you really want to make sure, like, with gross margin, it's like you get to price your products, you get to pick the products. So it's like, why not make it easier on yourself and have, like, if I were to start a brand, I'd be aiming for minimum 80%. Because if you have 80% margins, oh my, it just, everything becomes so much easier. Like, we have to be hitting a minimum 2.5 return. Our, cost per acquisition has to be, very, very healthy as well too. Otherwise it just almost doesn't make sense. So, but their unit economics are very strong. Their conversion rate is very, very strong, 4.34%. Industry average is about 2%. So the fact that they're at 4.34 is very strong. And then average order value about $87. So also very strong as well. Anything above 50 is very, very healthy. So this right here is very strong. And, because they have very strong average order value and conversion rate, they can get away with, crappy margins and still be profitable and still make paid acquisition work. So that's something really to note there as well too. Now, in terms of the prospecting setup, we only had one campaign, just going straight for cold traffic. We actually didn't do broad for this one. We actually had interests targeting. So we had 8 interests, and this is basically exactly how it's broken down. So it was really only beauty interests. And it was broken down with makeup interests, and we selected body makeup, celebrity makeup, cruelty-free makeup, eye makeup, eyebrows, etc. And then we also did skincare interests as well, and kind of just stacked all those together. So it basically came out to in total 8 interests. We will split test, and we plan on launching broad as well. See how that does, and see how that compares as well. Maybe even test out some lookalikes as well too, and see how everything shakes out. Now, in terms of the ads, what we found works really well on Pinterest a lot of times is video ads do convert really, really well. I think I'm going to make another video on creating, the perfect Pinterest ads. So stay tuned for that, and let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. And basically for here, we basically did both video ads for the cold traffic videos that perform well over on Meta, tend to do really well on Pinterest as well too. However, what we did do is we did add the logo on each video to kind of really just help, showcase the brand a bit more, and also have a shop now button on the bottom. We basically just added those into the 2 videos. Now, the 2 videos were broken down as follows. The first one was 42 seconds long. It was basically a demo video with a voiceover. So basically, well, obviously the hook, it started off with, okay, time for a long overdue, quick and easy tutorial on how I do my DIY lashes from home using brand name. So that's basically how it started off. And then it basically just goes through and just shows her applying the lashes step by step, and then just kind of an easy little call to action. Hey, if you want to, these kind of lashes, go ahead and check out, the brand. So very, very easy. It's just nice hook that kind of hooks you in, and then it just kind of showcases her. She kind of talks through each step, and basically by the end of the 42 seconds, you've seen exactly how to do it, and you see what they look like at the end, and then, kind of just a clean call to action. So very simple structure, and obviously it works really well for the brand, because the one big objection is how do you apply these? It's just that's the biggest holdup is how do you even apply these? It's just, people always kind of stress about that. And so if you're able to kind of showcase that, exactly how to apply it, it kind of just covers the objection right on there. So, and it just, just goes through it all and just shows what it also looks like at the end, almost a before and after in about 42 seconds. So, and it was also sped up as well. The audio, the video clip was sped up. So that way it just kind of quickly shows you how to do it in about 42 seconds. And then, like I was saying, logo and shop now button added onto the video. And in terms of the hook, I really, really like the hook that we came up with for this, because it was basically, okay, time for a long overdue, quick and easy tutorial. So it's showcasing you quick and easy on how I do my DIY lashes from home using brand name. So basically you're kind of hooked in because it's it's just a quick and easy tutorial. You see it's 40 seconds, and then it's how to do my DIY lashes from home. So we're basically hinting at that, you don't have to do your lashes and go in a salon and all that kind of stuff. You can just do it right from the comfort of your own home. So it's a really nice hook that kind of hooks them in, and they kind of just want to watch it, after as well. And also had very clean audio as well too. So that's really good. Second video ad, kind of a similar structure, 44 seconds. So once again, kind of that 30 to 45 seconds is kind of that sweet spot for ads right now in terms of video ads. Gives you enough time to really showcase the whole brand, showcase the whole product, and showcase everything. So it's a really good sweet spot, and it's not too long where people are going to opt out and not even want to watch it. So that's something to note there. The only difference with this one too is that it actually had background music. So instead of a voiceover audio, it basically just had background music. And this one was sped up as well too. And it just kind of showcased each clip of just putting on the lashes. And then you can kind of see an easy before and after at the end. So it's just very, very nice, clean video. And then once again, logo and shop now button edited onto the video. So that basically wraps it up. Like I was saying, stay tuned for the next one. We're going to go showcase how to create the perfect Pinterest ad. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. I'll try my best to get back to you. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.